Hi everybody, and welcome to our YouTube video tutorial. In this video we're going to show you how to replace the controller on a Golden Technologies Buzzaround EX. Keep in mind you can also use this video to follow along with if you have a Buzzaround LX, whether it's the 3-wheel or the 4-wheel of the EX or the LX. This video tutorial will help you replace the controller and troubleshoot some of the components. The Buzzaround Extreme is an awesome scooter. It comes apart, has full suspension, great for off-road, and we'll go ahead and get started after just a few quick things. Number one, if you want a copy of our product catalog, just go to our website, mobilitydirect.com, click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog, fill out the simple short form, and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. I also want to say that if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you're automatically entered into our monthly giveaway. We give away a free mobility scooter once a month, and all you have to do is subscribe. You might be the next lucky winner. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this video. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just remove the battery packs and take the seat off. We've already done that, and we've already removed one of the floorboard gray panels. Now the gray panels come out by using a flathead screwdriver. You're going to have to turn the scooter on its side, and we have the floorboard somewhat loose already. We've started removing a few screws already, but it's okay. This video is going to explain how to do everything. So you want to get that flathead screwdriver in there and pop the clips out for the gray pieces that are on the floorboard. Once those clips are loose, you can actually remove that gray ergonomic footboard grip that's and the left and the right side of the floorboard. So you can see I got the clips out with my flathead screwdriver while the scooter was tipped over on its side, and at this point there's just a few tabs on the inside part of it that you'll have to take out, and it's secured down with Velcro. Nothing really to it. Now we've already removed the screws on the side that we were just working with, but there are 2 screws underneath the gray rubber or gripped ergonomic grip footboards little pieces that are there. So you take those 2 screws out, just use a Phillips head screwdriver or a drill bit on the lowest torque setting possible, and then you'll see one of the main pieces of the floorboard comes out, and you'll be able to actually see the controller. So we're going to go ahead now and start troubleshooting some of the components. The first thing we're going to do is remove the main wire harness, which is all the way to the right side. It's the biggest connector, and we have our service manual. We're using it to check the throttle pot. And with the throttle pot, you are going to have to use a multimeter. So if you don't know how to use a multimeter, you might need to get a technician to help you. But we're going to check the resistance of the multimeter. First, we're going to check our multimeter to make sure that it's working properly. We're going to touch the red and black probe together to make sure it goes from open line to showing a 0 resistance reading, which is what you want. So now that we know our multimeter is working good, we're going to go ahead and read the instructions. So to check the throttle pot, you want to have the removed shroud covers, put the speed pot all the way to full rabbit, and then check the resistance of the yellow and the orange wire to see if it's at 5K ohms within a plus or minus 10% range. So 5K, give or take 10%. So if we touch the 2 orange and yellow probes on the wire connector and we see that we are within that range, which is 5K plus or minus 10%, it says replace the controller. So we just found out what has to happen here because we have our service manual. Golden Technologies provides this to dealers. They're really great. They tell you exactly what to do to troubleshoot your components. But we're going to go ahead and take this a step further and start testing a few other components while we have this scooter here in our possession, just to be sure and to also educate some of our YouTube followers on how to troubleshoot different components within the dash. So you just want to pop off that little colored blue or red shroud cover around the dash, and then there's 4 screws that hold the dash together. So if you need to access the dash, take those 4 screws out, and then you're going to see the connector for the throttle pot there, which might be bad. In this case, it's the controller that was bad, so all we had to do was replace the controller. But if you need to check the actual throttle pot, what you'll want to do is open up your dash, disconnect the 3 wire connector. It's like a little JST connector, red connector there. Just go ahead and disconnect it. And to check the throttle pot, you want to go ahead and check the outside 2 wires first, the yellow and the orange. And you'll need to get a 5K reading with a 10% plus or minus to account for 10% higher or lower than 5K ohms. So we're going to go ahead and check that, but then you also want to check the orange and the white wire and just follow along with the service manual to see what your results are. You may have a bad throttle pot. So we're checking the throttle pot, checking to see that it's within range, and we're getting about a 2.6 k ohm reading. The throttle pot was fine, so we didn't have to change it. But we do have to change the controller, and to do that you want to go into the battery cradle compartments. There's 2 screws on each battery cradle along the bottom. You want to remove that with a screwdriver, and what you want to do to remove that bottom piece, it may seem like it's stuck, but really all you have to do is detach the front half from the rear half. These scooters do come apart. That's one of the great features about them. If you want to transport it in the trunk of the car, you can just detach the front half from the rear half. Once you do that, the floorboard can come right out. So we have the floorboard, or the battery compartment board, completely out, and we can completely access the controller. There's 2 screws that go through the controller housing, and you'll want to go ahead and remove those screws so that you can replace the controller. You will need to order an OEM controller. Do not use any aftermarket controllers. They will not work. So we had our OEM Golden Technologies controller sent to us by Golden Technologies rather, and we're just disconnecting all of the connectors. This is a dynamic R series controller programmed specifically for the Buzzaround EX. Keep in mind the LX is the same controller, but it is programmed differently. If you have a Buzzaround LX, make sure you order the right controller. We do have access to all of the OEM parts. If you need parts, give our parts department a call with the number on the bottom of the screen. And what we're doing now is just carefully reconnecting every single wire in the exact same orientation that it was in before. We're just going to take the old controller out, put the new controller right back in. It's that simple. There's not much to it except just making sure all of your wires are put in correctly. If you happen to accidentally put one of those red wires in the wrong spot or the black wires in the wrong spot, you're going to get results that you don't necessarily want. So be careful. You could accidentally invert the orientation of your throttle speed. Going forward and backwards might work in the opposite direction if you connect the motor wires in the wrong orientation. So going forward will actually make you go back, and going backwards will actually make you go forward if you accidentally put those red and black wires in the wrong spot with the connectors that are labeled M. Definitely don't want to reverse the polarity and the connections of the power red and black. That could be really bad. So we're just taking our time here and putting our 2 screws through the housing that hold the controller in place. It's pretty straightforward. And we're almost done with the controller replacement. So as you can see, these Golden Technologies Buzzaround scooters are very service friendly. There's really not much to it, and the fact that they provide a very detailed service manual is awesome, especially for dealers and technicians. We're able to use those service manuals to really just find out exactly what's going on with these units without really having to guess or troubleshoot freely. You know, it's really nice. Not every manufacturer does that, and we really love working with Golden Technologies products for this reason and many others. These scooters come with a industry-leading parts warranty and a 1-year repair contract. So if you buy a Golden Technology scooter, you're getting that extra peace of mind. They're built very well. They're long-lasting, like any mobility product or electric mobility product. Electric products in general, they are prone to needing replacement parts depending on how much you beat them up. This Buzzaround Extreme may have just been overworked, going on inclines or really rough terrain when it shouldn't have. There's a number of reasons why a controller might go bad, but in this case, we're just happy to know that it was a quick fix. So we're going to power it back on, make sure that the yellow lever's in the drive position, give it a little test before we finish putting it back together, and it's actually working now. So it wasn't working before. That's a really good sign. It means that the controller is doing its job, and we are confident enough to start putting the unit back together. So we just put the floorboard back on, put the 4 screws on that go underneath the gray panels on each side, and that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. We would like to mention that if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you're going to get notified when we release new videos like this one. So in the future, we'll have other videos showing you how to do things like change tires, change batteries, change pretty much every single component and part on scooters like this one and many, many other ones. So make sure you subscribed if you like this video. We'd also appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, just post them in the comment section below. We do take the time to respond to all of our comments. So any questions that you have, post them in the comment section below, and we should get back to you within a couple of days tops. Another thing that I'd like to mention is that if you need parts or a scooter or any powered mobility product, we'd love to earn your business. We have non-commissioned sales experts, both in parts departments and mobility product department as well, to help answer any questions that you might have. They are not pushy, they're not aggressive. They just want to make sure they recommend a product to you that's going to suit your needs and that you're going to love for many, many years to come. Again, our company is Mobility Direct. Our website is mobilitydirect.com. You can visit our website. We have a really easy to use website, safe, secure, fast, easy to find the products you're looking for, or you can give us a call with the number at the bottom of the screen. Again, my name is Sergio. I'm with Mobility Direct. I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, everybody. Bye now.
Take it